Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I'm continuing with playing with some metallic colour palettes, but this time I've created my own colour for the base. So I'll take you in a minute so you can see the consistencies of the colours, but don't forget, check out the description box below because I add a lot of information in there about the colours that I use, the brands of paint, the ratios that I use, and so much more. So check that out. But of course, you can drop me a comment and I'll always respond. So I'm really excited for this one. Let's see what we can create. I'm using a 12 by 12 inch canvas. I have painted the sides because I've made my own colour, and here's the colour that I've created. So I've used Prussian blue, a little bit of titanium white to help that colour become a bit more opaque, and some blue black iridescent by Pebeo. So those three colours have been mixed together to form this colour. Now, normally with a Dutch pour, I use paint and water, but I am using a pouring medium for this one because all my other paints have got pouring medium in them. These are the metallic colours that I'm going to use. So a copper, a gold, a silver, a bronze, and a rose gold. So I'm really in love with this colour. You can just see here how it shimmers. I'm excited to see how this all works. So I'm just taking the colour that I made, and this is my base colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this paint out across the full surface area of the canvas. This is to ensure I get good coverage and consistency on the base before layering any other colours on top. The hairdryer is on a cool setting and the lowest blow speed. If you want more information about the hairdryer, check out the description box below where I list lots of information including the paints, the paint brands and the ratios, including the canvas size and the technique that we're doing today. So I'm just taking my finger around the edge of the canvas. Because I've made this colour myself, I'm ensuring that the sides are covered really well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one colour at a time. I'm going to puddle it on the canvas here and then blow out. So I'm taking one colour at a time and I'm going to start with the gold. And then I'm going to build upon that by adding a little bit of colour at each time. So you'll see that I've just added some copper, and now I'm adding a little bit of silver. And then I'm going to take my next colour, and this is rose gold, and I'm just going to drizzle that over the top of the copper and the silver. Remember, my gold is on the base, and I'm just taking those colours and just drizzling those colours just around that edge. That one that you just saw was the bronze, and I'm adding a little bit more gold on top. I'm happy with the volume of paint that I've got on my surface, so I'm just using my blowtorch to get rid of any air bubbles that were created whilst mixing the paints. So I'm taking my blow dryer now. It's fairly close to the surface because the paint is thicker, and I'm just slowly blowing out the design from side to side, having a look at the colours that are coming through, and then I tackle the composition. And I use the blow dryer until I'm happy with the balance of the design on top, so the pattern that we're creating by blowing out the paint, and also the negative space, so that blue tone colour that we first layered on the surface of our canvas. And if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. I'd really appreciate that. You'll see that I'm not afraid to stop and pause and step back to have an overall look of the piece itself before I continue to tweak the composition. I'm just ensuring those ends are a lot more wispy. I'm using my blowtorch just to get rid of any air bubbles that are on the surface, and then what I'll do is I'll take you in now for a closer look of the wet version. I really do love that base colour that we created with those other three colours right at the beginning. And I do love how those metallic colours have all come together, infused and created various tones across this piece, which were helped by blowing out the design with the hairdryer. So here's the dry version. I really love how it's all dried. I love the details within this piece as well. Not just the tones that you can see that were created where the paint infuses together, but also some of the cells that were created in the middle section and on the ends. For example, just here, I love that bit just there. I really do love working with metallic colour palettes, and I'd love to know what you think about this piece too. So if you've got some time, please write a comment down below and let me know what you think about this piece. And I'd love to know if you're going to try this too. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate all of your support, and I hope I get to see you again in the next video. Take care everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.